Welcome to Women Unleashed. Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Women Unleashed. On today's episode, I've got my friend and business bestie, Emily.
Woo!
She's here.
I can't take this seriously. I think this is absolutely hilarious.
Well, you know what? I'm glad you've come on here. So I decided to have Emily on this podcast because she's got quite an interesting story, quite inspirational, and I feel like you need to share it with other people because I think it can really inspire people to progress their journey and their career, actually.
Thank you very much. That's
So,
nice. So I've got a really itchy nose. I'm really not a good podcaster, am I? Anyway, continue.
So me and Emily actually met in Marbella.
Yeah, we did.
Officially.
Yeah.
And then we didn't really know each other then, though, did we? It was just like...
it was a bit of a drunken
day.
Yeah,
it was a drunken day. It was just like, oh, hi, that kind of thing. And then we started working together.
How did we... No, so you messaged me about the hair products.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should introduce like what the hair products are or anything, but you spoke about the hair products, and then you said your mum had used them before.
Yes.
And then you were like, actually, I want to start working with you. And
then you moved to Dubai. I was coming to Dubai, and now we're just like together all the time, like this.
Yeah. It's one of those friendships where we met, and then it was like we knew each other for years.
Yeah, literally.
And we just like bonded very easily and clicked.
Yeah, it's
They're the best friendships.
They are.
There was no like awkward like getting to know each other.
Literally we just clicked.
Yeah, straight away in the car, singing,
dancing away.
Life, yeah.
And now we motivate each other, work together. It's mint. I love it.
It's the best kind of friendship.
So give us a little bit of an introduction on you, who you are, what you do, what you did before.
Well, so I actually... So right now I'm in network marketing, okay? That's how business together. In a premium hair care company, but where I actually started was in the corporate world. I don't know if you even know this, you might find this quite interesting. So I left school, I did my GCSEs A-levels, but I didn't go to uni. I did an apprenticeship.
What in?
In project management at a company called Rolls-Royce, right? So where I'm from in Derby, where I'm you don't know about me. So where I'm from in Derby, like Rolls-Royce is the place to work. Like if you get a job at Rolls-Royce, you've made it. You've
made it.
So, and actually the year that I applied for my apprenticeship, so I applied for an apprenticeship instead of I applied for unis as well, and I got into all my choices. But the year that I applied for the Rolls-Royce apprenticeship, there were more applicants for that apprenticeship than there were for Oxford and Cambridge. Yeah. And
why?
Because it was just it was quite a new apprenticeship, and it was like it's like a good way to get into the company. Rolls-Royce is quite a hard company to get into, so you either have to get in as an apprentice or as a grad.
Very upper class, isn't it?
Kind of, yeah. But it's a very desirable company to work for.
Okay.
So anyway, I think they took on 6 in my intake, and I was one of them. So
she made it.
So anyway, so I went down that route rather than going to uni, but I still actually got 2 degrees, and I worked for Rolls-Royce for from the age of 18 till almost 24, so it was about 5.5 years. But during that time, I enjoyed it, but it was the Monday to Friday grind that I just didn't like.
Like 9 till 5, Monday to Friday.
Yeah, it was like getting up at the same time every day, getting home from work at the same time every day. I went to the gym after work, and I'd get home, and it was just this like rat race, you know.
It's like Groundhog Day, where it's the same thing.
I love that film.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like Groundhog Day. And then like I was in a bit of a bad cycle really. Like I was going out getting drunk. I was quite young. This is like I was on 18, 19, 20.
Just living your life.
Yeah, going out getting drunk at the weekends, and then I'd spend all of Sunday hungover. This is before I understood that alcohol makes you very low.
Yeah.
Hungover, depressed. Like often I was crying. I didn't want to go to work the next day. Like it was just like I just didn't enjoy that life, you know. But I kept constantly trying to find an alternative, right? And I remember talking to my manager like, I'm going to become a PT, but like I didn't really think there was enough money in it for me because I was very well paid at Rolls-Royce, and I was very blessed at that company. But it just wasn't for me, and I used to sit at my desk looking at people that were abroad and travelling and think, how do I do this?
Yeah, I want to do that.
Yeah.
You want that freedom.
So I actually had a boyfriend at the time when I made this decision, and he was a DJ in Marbella.
Okay.
And Marbella was somewhere where I always went on holiday.
Yep.
My favourite destination ever. Like, it's somewhere where whenever I don't know if anyone feels like this, but like I'd leave the holiday and I'd feel like crying on the way home because I loved the place so much.
And you felt like home for you if you go there all the time, you know?
Exactly. So I made the decision to move there with him and just do a complete 360 on my life and shock everyone, leave Rolls Royce and become a DJ.
So that is mad. When you told me you DJ'd, I was like, what?
Yeah, I know.
So you quit a real estate 9 till 5
Yeah.
to DJ. Could you even DJ then?
No.
So like you just thought, you know what? I'm just going to risk everything and just try it and see if it works out.
My ex was like, I'll teach you how to DJ. I was like, how hard can it be? So I literally just learned how to DJ. I had one live gig in Essex. It was my first ever gig. And it was abysmal, but whatever. I think because it was like pretty privileged. I think because I was like a good-looking DJ, I just got booked. But anyway, and then my ex had good contacts in Marbella and was like, yeah, she's a really good DJ, like international DJ. Like,
international DJ?
Yeah, it was like, yeah, she's like really, really like successful in the UK, whatever. And then I got like residencies in Marbella, and that's what I did. That was the summer of 2019. I DJ'd in Marbella.
Did you have like a decent wage from it? And then I'm guessing if you could just like live or...
It was all right. It was all right.
Not as much as Rolls Royce?
No, it wasn't as much as Rolls Royce, but I was DJing 5-6 nights a week. I used to play at, do you know Bijou?
Yeah. Yeah.
I used to play in Bijou. It's so funny what a life I had that summer. And then I'd play in Tibu sometimes as well, which is like a bit of a better club. But it was fun. It was, do you know what it was? I never had the uni experience.
Yeah.
Like all my school friends, they went to uni, they had the uni experience. You know, you partying and drinking. I never had that. I went straight from working really hard on my GCSEs and A-levels, straight into a full-time job. I did study for 2 degrees at the same time, as well as like my NVQ, which you have to do as an apprentice. I worked a lot, and this was my like time to
enjoy yourself,
free,
relax,
you know?
the freedom.
And I'm so glad I did it, because after that summer, came back to the UK, and I had gigs in the UK. Like I played it in Birmingham and Essex. Like I had residencies, I was doing okay, but that's how I then fell into network marketing.
Okay.
So I feel like if I hadn't have gone on that journey, I wouldn't be where I am today with network marketing.
And how did you get into network marketing?
So I was, like I did all the time. I mean, so when I came back from Marbella, you can't play every night, so the income wasn't as much, and I didn't have as much stuff to do in the week. Like you don't really, as a DJ,
you have a lot of freedom.
Yeah, you don't really play in the week. So I was like, I need something to do. So I don't know how I came across it, but I was looking into doing trading.
Yep.
And I told my sister, it was like one Sunday, she came around for Sunday dinner, and I was like, oh, I'm looking into doing trading. She's like, don't do that, do what I do. And I'm like, well, what do you do? She's like, network marketing. I was like, okay. So she told me all about it.
And what company did she work for?
So that was the first company that I was with. Okay. It was an online travel company.
Yeah.
I'm not going to mention any business names, but it was an online travel company. And so she explained how it worked, and I was like, what? This is weird. She explained all the compensation plan. I'd never, ever like heard of it before, like network marketing, which is mad because it's in front of our faces all the time.
People just not aware.
But we don't realise what it is. Like, so for me now, looking back, it's crazy because I was at Rolls Royce for 5.5 years, desperate to find something that would give me the freedom, desperate to find something that would give me more money, like and time freedom. And I had all these skills in my inbox on Instagram. Do you want to do this business? Like, do you want to have a look at this? And I completely...
You just blocked it off.
Was ignorant to it.
Yeah.
Like, I needed it more than anything, but I was ignoring all the signs. Yeah. And it was just weird for me. Like, if I had actually been open-minded and, like, saw one of these girls that messaged me and said, yeah, okay, tell me more about it, I'd be way further ahead of my network marketing career now.
I think people just get a bit like, oh, is this real? Is this true? Like, this can't be true. Like, can I work from anywhere and make money online? Well, yeah, you can.
Yeah, I know.
We both do it.
I know. And it's made me relate to people now a lot, because I was that person where I was getting messages all the time and just literally just disregarded it.
Yeah.
And that's why when I'm speaking to people now, it's like, just be open-minded, because by being open-minded with my sister, when she came around for Sunday dinner that day, I'm now in a completely different headspace, mentally, physically, financially, because of that one conversation. Do
you feel like you were more open-minded with your sister because you obviously physically knew her and you know that she was doing well from it, rather than some randomer in your inbox?
Yeah, I think so. And I think that's why what we do, building trust and rapport on our social media, is very important, because people buy into people they know, like, and trust, which is what we're always taught in network marketing. So yeah, I got into the travel business, And I saw all these people that were mega successful in it, and I was just like, can I swear on this?
Yeah, go for it. Go for it. Say what you need to say.
I am fucking going for this.
Yeah.
Like, I understood the vision. I understood what I needed to do to get myself where I wanted to be. And I went for it. And, like, I feel like in business, if you want to be mega, mega successful, you have to become obsessed.
Yeah.
I became obsessed. Like, I was a woman on a mission. Nobody could get in my way. My relationship that I had at the time got put on the complete back burner.
Bye.
I'd say the number one reason we broke up was because of my obsession with my business.
Yeah.
I didn't care about my relationship anymore. I didn't care about anything apart from getting to where I wanted to be.
Yeah. And I mean, it's good to have tunnel vision. Like, you need to be motivated. And I mean, if people
100%.
can't stay in your life because they can't support you in that and don't understand, then so be it.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't that he didn't support me, it's that I just didn't give a fuck about
Which is
him
not
anymore.
bothered.
So, he won't make me say this, and if he ever listens to this, he'll find it funny. But, excuse me. So, I actually bought my own house at 20 years old, right? So, I'm not really gone into how successful I was with Rolls Royce, but I was very successful. Yeah. And bought my first house at 20. Anyway, when I went to Marbella, I rented it out, okay, and I had tenants in it. So when I came back, I couldn't kick the tenants out. Yeah. So I was staying in my parents' outhouse with my ex. And my day-to-day routine, I've missed a step here actually. So when I came back from Marbella, I was like, I started the travel business. Yeah. But then I was like, I need another stable income alongside this. So I became a contractor and contracted back at Rolls Royce, right? So, and then COVID hit. So I was working like a dog. So this was my day-to-day routine. 5 a.m, I'd get on a call with my network marketing business and do like 2 hours of work. Then I'd go to my job at Rolls Royce, work there all day. I think I did like 7 till 3. Got home at about 3:30, and literally from the moment I got home until about midnight, I would work solidly, and I'd take myself up to my dad's office. I knew it was actually my old bedroom in my parents' house, and work there. I just didn't even talk to my ex, didn't even care about him, and just got into bed, sleep, and repeat. Yeah. And that's how I built my business alongside my full-time job.
And I think a lot of people nowadays will say, well, I haven't got enough time in the day, I've not got enough hours in the day. Well, there's and I always say this, and people will cancel me for this, but there's 24 hours in a day. Yeah. Like, there is 24 hours in a day, and if you want something, like, so much, you will do anything. I was the same when I was quitting my nursing job. Yeah. I was up 4 till 10, 11, 12 p.m. every single day. Mm.
There is definitely 24 hours in the day. You can't argue that. But I don't think everyone's got the same 24 hours.
No, of course, everyone's got different life. If you've got a family, it's completely different, which I understand. Yeah. But at the same time, with the beauty with network marketing is you can put in as much time as you have. Yeah. So exactly. If you've got an hour spare, put in an hour spare. If you've got time where you're scrolling through social media, scrolling through TikTok or something, put that hour into your business, you know?
Yeah, I know. There's loads of ways to fit it in. Like, and that is the beauty of it. It's mega, mega flexible. I just wanted success fast, and I knew I didn't want to be in that contracting job for much longer. Yeah. So I was like, I need to just like build this mega fast so that I can leave my full-time job and not have to go back to it again.
And how long did it take you to kind of transition from working both jobs to going full-time network marketing?
I think it was a year to 18 months. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Roughly, but I actually changed to a new different company. Mm-hmm. So the travel company was an amazing start for me. And for any network marketers listening, there's a massive taboo on changing companies in network marketing. You've not been in the industry that long, but I've had a lot of experience with this, and a lot of backlash when you move companies. And for me, it's like just changing a job.
It's just like changing a job.
You know, so there shouldn't be such backlash on it, but maybe the way some people move and they take team, it's a bit controversial, but anyway, that's a story for another day. But I changed to a company, and that's when I met my now mentor, Amber. Yeah. And with that company, that's where I really found massive success and built my income bigger than what I was earning at Rolls Royce as a contractor. Like, contractor wage at Rolls Royce is pretty good. And with that company, I was able to leave. And then when I left, and you knew what was so satisfying about that? The manager I had at that time, I only ever had 2 female managers in Rolls-Royce.
Yeah.
I much prefer to work with men managers.
Yeah.
I think we're both very similar.
Yeah.
Dominating women.
Yeah.
It's hard to work
It's
with
hard.
other
You
women.
clash.
It's hard.
You
Yeah,
clash
it's clash.
heads. Yeah.
So she was just a bitch. I'm not going to sugarcoat it.
Oh no, awful.
And she was just like nasty. So when I did my resignation email,
Use that. See, Felicia?
it was the most satisfying thing ever. And she was like, what are you doing? Where are you going? I was like, oh, I've got my own business, honey. Like, I'm out of here, sis. So, yeah, that was the last time. I can't remember. Was that 2 years ago? That was the last time that I worked a corporate job.
Yeah.
But you know what? I was very grateful for that contracted job during COVID because, like...
What gave you an income, effectively?
Exactly. It gave me an income. I was able to save loads because I wasn't spending anything because everything was closed. So yeah, very, very grateful for that. And I never bash at a 9 till 5. It's very good for some people, but for me, that's not for me.
No.
I like to be my own boss.
Yeah. And a lot of people out there do want to be their own boss.
Yeah.
And they just don't know how to go about it.
Yeah.
Or where to start, or don't believe in themselves,
Yeah.
maybe, and think, oh, maybe I can't do this, I haven't got it in me. But anyone can do it. Like, I've never done network marketing before. Like, I've got my online businesses.
Yeah.
I've never done network marketing. And obviously got into it through you, and I've learned through you.
Yeah.
And now it's just like second nature to me. And then I'm obviously helping other people now as well.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, business is 80% mindset, 20% skill.
Yeah.
So, and network marketing is not rocket science. It's actually so easy. Like the basics of it. Like, what's the hardest thing we do? Creating a reel?
Yeah, literally. Like,
It's
it's
really
so
not difficult.
simple.
Honestly, for people that listen to this that don't know what network marketing is, it's a business model that some companies choose to adopt. I don't know why I'm looking at you like I'm teaching you. Look at the
You were telling.
camera. It's a distributor model, basically. It's
Yeah.
a way of companies selling products, and they do it through people like you and I, who market the products on their behalf, and we teach other girls how to do it as well.
Yeah.
I can't remember what I was even talking about before then. What was I talking about? But yeah, it's not rocket science. That's what I was saying. It's not rocket science.
Yeah, exactly.
What the hardest bit is about network marketing and any business is your mindset. And that's why so many people fail. In network marketing and in business, because they've not got the mind to push through the hard times.
Yep.
Like,
it's not always going to be up, up, up. Like in any business, I own multiple businesses. It's not always going to be like, what's the word I'm looking for?
linear?
Linear,
Yeah.
like up, going up.
Yeah.
Like you will have your peaks and your troughs.
It's a roller coaster.
Yeah, but you have to be mentally prepared to kind of go through that and think, all right, well, we're having a bit of a worse month or worse few days. It will come back up.
Yeah.
And not give up.
Yeah, yeah. As long as you know that failure is what leads to success. Like, there's no success without failure, basically, is what I'm trying to say. As long as you know that in your mind, and when you go through those dark times, I mean, I wouldn't say dark times, but when you go through those times where it's hard, like, I've been in network marketing where I've lost loads of team to a different company, and that company just bashed my company, and it was hard. And I know my mentor in Monet, Amber, she's been through a tough time in network marketing, but you've just got to grit your teeth and get through it.
You've just got to keep consistent with it and keep going, because if you stop, if you take your foot off the gas, then you just go all the way back down to the bottom.
Yeah.
But it tests you. It tests you how strong you are in that sense.
And I think another issue as well with network marketing is people give up way too soon. Sometimes it's because they've been sold a dream. A lot of people in network marketing like to sell it as really, really easy. And what I've just said there is it's not rocket science. What I mean by that is it's simple.
Simple.
It's a simple thing to do. It's not easy because you have to work hard.
Yeah.
You do have to work hard. You have to get yourself out there. You have to push yourself out your comfort zone. But the basics of network marketing is very simple. But people think that they're going to come in and they're going to make loads of money straight away. But that's not how business works. Like, that's
every business, any business that starts, like, you're not going to be up there with the best straight away. Yeah. It takes time to build. Like, Rome wasn't built in a day, you know?
Definitely.
Like,
it wasn't.
It wasn't.
And it makes me laugh because sometimes you hear people badmouth network marketing. I love network marketing. Like, I will always sing its praises. Yeah, there is some people that make it look a bit bad, but that's the same with everything, right? And
in any business, you always have them people.
Exactly. Like with network marketing, because it's got such low barrier to entry, so anyone can do it. You don't have to be qualified, you don't have to have a degree or whatever. It does make it you know, it tarnishes his reputation a little bit. But, and I can't remember what my point was.
What the aim of the point was, I don't know, I can't remember either. We're just going off on absolute tangents.
What was I talking about? I feel like I had a good point to that.
I was going to say how all the different like network marketing companies have all different net market. Start again. All the network marketing companies have different requirements and, you know, offer different things to the people that work for them effectively as well. So, yes, you'll have the better network market companies and you'll have the worst ones.
Yeah. I mean, they're all
good. I'm not saying anything's
they're all
like...
more or less the same. Do you know what it is that differentiates different network marketing companies? It's the culture. It's the people that are inside
the community.
The community, and that's what we've got really good at Monet.
Yeah, we do.
Because you've not been with other companies, you don't really actually probably realise how good it is. But there is nothing quite like the community that we have.
I mean, no, I can see that the community is amazing. Obviously, all the girls, and it's nice, like the support that you get as well, and like the perks and benefits, you do really well. And for me, how I started in January to where I am now doing this as a side hustle, not even as a full-time business. Like, I've scaled quite a bit to say I've never done it before.
I'd say you're pushing a full-time wage. I mean, with the bonuses last month.
Yeah.
Like a low full-time wage.
A low full-time wage.
It could
actually.
Yeah.
And for the hours that I put into it at the moment, like somebody would snatch that up like this rather than working 9 till 5 every day.
Yeah, exactly.
So, obviously, Emily, you do really well at Monet. In, you know, within the network marketing group that we're in. Industry. So what kind of got you to that place? How, like, you ended up being so successful?
I think it's all mindset.
Yeah.
I think copying what the successful people were doing, because with network marketing, you don't have to come in and reinvent the wheel. You just have to copy and put your own slant on it. Don't be like a complete copycat. But it's all about duplication. So I was just looking at who I wanted to be like.
Aspiring.
Yeah, taking inspiration from them and just doing everything they said and be coachable. Like, if people come into my team or your team and you're telling them to do something, we're their mentors, that's our role, and they don't do it, it's like...
How do you expect to kind of...
You know? So I've just been coachable, I've just been a sponge, and if someone who's been a millionaire in our industry, in our company, they know what they're talking about, so I'm going to listen to them. I'm going to absorb everything they're saying like a sponge and be coachable and implement everything they're saying. And also mindset, like when I don't actively work on my mindset, that's when I see big differences in my business. That's when I see my business isn't doing as well.
We spoke about this yesterday. We're both the same. Like I say, you step your foot off the gas a little bit, and then you see it. Your mindset completely changes.
Exactly.
You need to be in a positive mindset. You need to have positive people around you who will push you to keep going. And motivate you.
Your mindset is absolutely everything, and that's actually the reason why I wanted to get back involved with Monet and the team I was in, because I knew being surrounded, I mean, I always say this, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Being around these sort of people will help you elevate so much. Like, if you want to do something, you want to make more money, or you just need a change in life, get involved in network marketing and find a team that are mega inspirational, motivated. You will see a massive difference in your life, 100%. Like, if I find myself hanging around with people that are party people, or they've not got their own businesses, or they've not got any goals, I'm going to start becoming like that, because that's what naturally happens. Like, if you put what's the thing, if you put like a mouldy fruit next to a mouldy fruit, the mould
exactly.
That's just what happens. So back to your question, why have I been successful? I think it really comes down to my mindset and not giving up. Don't get me wrong, there's so many times where I want to give up. I want to give up a lot, and I can't be bothered to work a lot. Like, I'm naturally just, I think as a woman as well, you don't get up like, let's work. But you have to just have the mindset, like, I need to do this, you need to be disciplined. I mean, I think you're way more disciplined than I am, and that's what I learned from you, like, how disciplined you are. And that's why you're a good person to hang around with for me, because I look at you, how disciplined you are, and I think, right, I need to do this. I need to get my Google Calendar a bit more full, and I need to be like more proactive with calls and stuff like that. That's why having good people in your circles.
I agree 110%. And like likewise, you know, I look at you and there's certain things that I'm like, right, I need to do this, I need to do that. Like I said in the beginning, we motivate each other, we support one another as well in all aspects of this. So why do you think people struggle with network marketing?
I think when their fear is greater than their hunger. Yeah. Right? So what I mean by that is there's a lot of things when starting. If you've never done network marketing before or you've never done any online business, you're going to have to do a lot of things that are going to push yourself out of your comfort zone. Yeah. But some people let their fear of being pushed out of their comfort zone and doing new things stop them from actually progressing. Your hunger and your desire and your want to change your life and to be successful and to make more money has to be greater than how scared you are of doing a talking story or how scared you are of get your face in your story. Like,
you've got to believe in yourself.
You have to, but it's not, that's not something that you can just wake up and say, oh, I'm going to believe in myself. No. You have to do the work. Yeah. If somebody's prepared to do the work, prepared to work on their mindset, prepared to push themselves out of their comfort zone, they will be successful. They'll smash it. But a lot of people start and they get scared, they get overwhelmed, and then they just give up. Yeah. And it's a shame because a lot of people could be
doing this,
killer at it. Like, there's so many introverts. I don't know whether I'm an introvert or an extrovert.
You can be both.
I think I'm a mixture of both. Like, sometimes I'm very extroverted and sometimes like I don't want to talk to anyone.
I'm the same.
Yeah. But anyone can be successful in it. You just have to work on your mindset and your personal development. Like, I always say network marketing is personal development with a paycheck. Yeah. That is the most important thing you're going to learn from it. So I think that's probably why a lot of people struggle with it. And also because unrealistic expectations, like we were saying earlier, they come in.
Somebody's selling you a dream.
Yeah. So it's either whoever enrolled them's fault by saying, I can make you £10,000 in your first month, and then their expectations aren't met, and then they give up, or them themselves don't have a realistic understanding of how business works. Yep. Some people, like, you know, I don't know if you knew Afnan Khalifa. She's like a mega successful network marketer in a trading company. She made $18,000 in her first month, right? Some people have quick success like that, but that's very, very uncommon.
It's very rare.
Yeah, and it's, you know, super lucky. But people need to join a business and have realistic expectations. Have unrealistic goals, shoot for the stars. I'm not saying don't shoot for the stars, but understand that business does take time sometimes.
Always.
And not to give up if you don't make 10K in your first month.
Literally, like, thinking about when I first started my business, any business, I was like, right, am I going to fail at this? Am I going to be able to make it? Like you say, you just need to have belief in yourself and know that you can, and good people around you to support you. Yeah. Because you want that good support network, because if you've got people that you can aspire to, like you said with, you know, like you look up to Amber at Monet, for example, like I had people to aspire to in my coaching business. I was my ex-boyfriend at the time, and he was doing really well. And I was like, well, I want to do this, you know, like I aspired to him.
We both copied our ex-boyfriend's career.
Yeah, literally.
I became a DJ.
You know what, Emily? Did you have like a page or anything for it?
I have a Mixcloud, but I want to listen to it. Honestly, my Mixcloud were awful.
I feel like I'm going to ask you to link me, and I'm going to put it in the show notes.
You might like a few of them.
You might actually become like a professional DJ again.
I was a professional DJ.
No, but like you might be massive.
Yeah, but I don't want to.
Okay.
Because the reason I stopped was because I don't like working nights. Yeah. Like, it's exhausting.
I mean, network marketing, we work in the day, you know.
Exactly.
We can work from a beach club, you can work from anywhere.
I want to unwind at night time. Yeah. And I also think that being around alcohol, and I feel like nightclubs, it's a
bad
toxic
energy
environment, and it's all the energy. What did you say to me the other day? The energy's passing to me.
Yeah, you're like absorbing the energy.
Yeah,
yeah. Like energy vampires.
Energy vampires, yeah. Like, I just... Now and again, I like a good boogie and a rave, but not all the time, because I really see the effect on my mental health.
Yeah, it does affect you massively. But back to network marketing, because I full on went on an absolute tangent there. So what advice would you give to girls that are just starting network marketing or are wanting to start network marketing?
Just do it.
Just go for it.
Nike. Just do it. Literally, like, forget. I think a lot of people are very concerned about people's opinions. And I'll tell you something. When you start, you are going to get opinions, unsolicited opinions from family, from friends, from random Karens on Facebook. People are jealous. Yeah, people love to give their little 2 pence
on
opinions.
Everything.
But when I first started, I was getting loads of opinions. I remember it was during COVID. It was on my birthday. I had this app, right? You know those apps you used to have where it says who'd unfollowed you?
Yeah.
I don't think you can get them anymore. And I saw that one of my best mates from school, because I was still in touch with my school friends at that point, I'm not anymore, had unfollowed me on Instagram.
Oh shit!
On my birthday.
Bit of jealousy, I said.
And I messaged her and I was like, why did you unfollow me? And she was like, because all you do is post about your business. And I was like, too fucking right, I post about my business.
Wait, imagine if you actually gave up and stopped because of what someone else thought, you would not be where you are now.
Yeah, I know. And that's my point. Like, every time someone makes a little remark to me, well, they don't anymore, because when you become successful, people don't make remarks anymore because the proof's in the pudding. But when you're on the up and you're trying to make something of yourself, people give comments, right? And it's going to happen. So my advice to anyone starting out, when someone gives you a comment, use it as fuel to your fire. Like, people's negativity and hate or anything like that just literally gives me the biggest fire in my stomach, and I want to prove them wrong. I'm like, I'm going to fucking show you when I'm on my yacht, okay, with all my girlfriends and my business, and you're at home moaning about your job that you hate.
Watching Jeremy Kyle.
I think that's been cancelled now, but I know what you mean. But yeah, so you're going to get a lot of critique, and even bloody hell, when I left Rolls Royce, I was like a big letdown to my whole family, like, because I'd done the best thing ever, getting a job at Rolls Royce, and I was like the golden child, and then I left, and then I left to be a DJ. They were like, what the hell's going on? People thought I was having a mental breakdown. Like, literally, people thought I lost my head.
Go through a Britney moment.
Go through what?
A Britney moment.
Yeah, literally. And then when I got into network marketing, my parents didn't really understand it, but...
I think because, online businesses are very new, like our day and age, and our parents obviously a bit more old school, so to them can't comprehend and not understand how you can make money and that be an actual job, because you're not physically going somewhere to an office or whatever, factory, wherever you do, and actually manually working.
I agree. Like, a lot of our parents' generations just don't get it, but actually once I explain it to my parents, because they're very they're business owners, very entrepreneurial, once I explained it, they're like, oh,
that makes sense.
This is like Avon. I'm like, yeah, exactly. This is a modern day Avon. And they got it, and they get the business model. And now, because I've actually proven that I was successful, and I surpassed my income at Rolls Royce, and and they've seen how much it's changed me mentally. And my sister did it for a brief period of time, and she was really successful as well. They understand it. I mean, do they still wish I worked a 9 to 5 job in Derby in my house?
So you was with them all the time.
Yes, they do wish that, because they see stable as safe.
Yeah.
They see a 9 to 5 job as safe, and they want their daughter to be safe, right?
Yeah.
But I'm a risk taker. I'm a business person, and I like to live life on the wild side.
Yeah,
and I know that scares my mum. My mum's always like, I do worry about you. But that's what mums are like. But I chose this life, and I love this life.
Yeah, exactly. and what's the worst that can happen? Do you know what I mean? You can go back to your Rolls Royce job if you ever need to. Do you know what I mean?
No.
It would never happen. No, I mean, it would never happen, because we're both so motivated. We wouldn't let that happen. But you have to be a risk taker.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
100%. Like, if you're a home bird, if you're a 9 till 5, like, that's going to be something that some people's worst nightmare.
Yeah.
But for me and you, and for other people like us, or people that are even aspiring to be, for example, like us, because there will be people that look up to us and think, I want that life.
Yeah.
You can have that life.
Yeah, you can.
You can have that life.
You can have anything you want in life. And back to what we said earlier about everyone having the same 24 hours. People have different 24 hours.
Yeah.
I understand that, because I was very blessed. I had a very good upbringing. My parents were mega successful, went to private school, blah, 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 right? So I am not one to talk. Some of my friends, they didn't have a great upbringing, and they've struggled. And so they don't have the same 24 hours as I did. No. But make the most out of the life you do have, and don't use that as an excuse.
You can always change your life, though.
Exactly. And it is definitely harder for some people to change their lives than others. For me, I had everything on my side. I had the best education. I don't struggle with anything,
But again, it comes down to, don't blame your past.
Yeah.
Like,
make the most of it.
Make the most of your present to have a better future.
I love that.
There you go.
I love that.
That just came out really natural.
Make the most of your present to have a better future.
Yeah, and forget your past.
Exactly
we can't blame our past for who we are now. Like, it's happened.
Yeah.
And if you want to make your future better, you've got the present to make it work.
Boom.
Boom. Mic drop.
I love that. I'm very inspirational.
Yeah, so like anybody can do it, and you know, did I think that I'd be doing network marketing? No. Why did I get into Monet? Because I was going to use the products.
Yeah.
And I seen how good they were, and I was like, well, if I can make money alongside of using good hair care, which I love hair care, I love skincare, why not?
Yeah.
You know?
No brainer.
It's a no-brainer. And you don't have to make it your full-time job.
No, you
For
don't.
people listening, like, you don't have to make it your full-time job. It can just be a hobby. It can be a side hustle.
Yeah.
But it more than likely will spiral into a full-time.
I mean, treat it like a business, it'll pay you like a business. Treat it like a hobby, it'll cost you like a hobby.
Yeah.
I don't... If people want to do it as a hobby, that's fine. But just know that you're probably not going to make money if you
No, but it's also like with network marketing, you said it's going to cost you like a hobby.
Yeah.
Like, just to make people aware, with money, you only have a small initial investment. Like, you don't have to pay money out.
No,
like
every month.
every month.
No,
like,
you
that
buy,
just doesn't happen.
You buy a starter pack, you get your products.
And the products are for you.
And your first sale, you've made that money back.
Back straight away. Exactly. Yeah. So for people that think they need to invest money into network marketing, you don't. You don't.
You just have to invest in yourself.
And what would you say the best part of network marketing is for yourself?
For me, it's definitely the people that you meet and the community.
Yeah.
Because I owe... Shout out Amber Smart, who I keep mentioning
I know.
But I really, really do owe her a lot in my life, because she, and this is why she's so successful, she believes in the vision before anyone else does. Yeah. And she just gets everyone else to believe that vision and brings them up with her. Yeah. That makes sense. And if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have got back into it, because I did take a break. And if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have continued doing it. So during my periods where I'm like, because I do struggle with low self-esteem. Yeah. I do struggle with limiting self-beliefs. That's why I have to really practice my mindset. So when I'm going through those periods, Amber picks me up and she pushes me, and she helps me believe
in yourself,
what's possible, and believe in myself. And if I was to do a traditional business, like me and my sister will laugh at this if she's listening, we were going to start a clothing line. Yeah. But when you do a traditional business, it's just you. There's no support network. There's no community. You don't have a mentor. It's all you by yourself. Yeah. Whereas with network marketing, why I love it so much is if you're wanting to have a business, if you've got an entrepreneurial spirit, do network marketing, because you're going to get so much support from your team that you've enrolled, from your sidelines that are part of your, uplines team, from everyone. You get so much support.
You hype each other up as well. It's nice, isn't it? We all have like hype queens.
Yeah, we all hype each other up, and it's like it's nice. It's nice to achieve something and have like a group chat of 100 girls being like, "Wow, well done, that's amazing." Yeah. Like it motivates you. So if you thrive off recognition and motivation and being pushed, like, that is why you should join network marketing. Yeah. So for me, the best thing is definitely the community.
Okay, amazing. And
what about you? What's the best thing for you? The money.
The money. Obviously the community, because like I love community, and even with my own business, I'm like all about community and having a group of people around you, and the people that you meet actually along the way as well. You meet new people, you meet like-minded people, you make new friendships, but also, obviously apart from the money, because money's good. Yeah. I would say with money is the incentives that you get. Yeah, they're because I've not done network marketing with obviously other companies, but from what you've told me and from what I've heard from other girls that have obviously joined Money and worked with other companies, like the incentives that we get are wild. Yeah. Like are insane.
No, that they are very good. Like in November we've got a brand trip to Tulum. Obviously we have to qualify for it, which we both will. Let's get our working socks on today. But with previous companies that I've been with, I mean, I was with a company before and they ran an incentive, but then it never happened.
So just like dangling the carrot, basically. You can do this, you can do this. No, we're going to take it away now.
They were a new startup company, but they like ran it and then it never happened, which was disappointing. And then the company I was with before, the travel company, I don't remember them doing anything like that either. So we're extremely We're extremely blessed with Money. Like their branding, everything is very, very on point. That's why we are such a successful and popular company. But yeah, bring on Tulum. I'm buzzing.
I know, I cannot wait. I've always wanted to go to Mexico, always wanted to go to Tulum.
And the fact you get your flights paid for, your hotel paid for, your transfers, your
You can
food,
bring a plus
everything.
one.
Yeah, if you qualify for tier 2.
Yeah. Mad.
Which we will.
Do you know what I mean? Like a free trip to Tulum, what, from selling hair care products?
Yeah, I know. It is
like, it's
pretty
mind-blowing.
wild. Yeah.
And I can't wait till we both have our matching cars as well.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and the Monet Motor Club, like, you get a car, like, it is very good, and this is, again, comparing it to a traditional business, you wouldn't have these things to work towards to incentivise yourself. Yeah, you'll make money and you can buy yourself a car, but it's just nice that, like, when you progress through the company, when you hit this rank, you get a car. When you sell this many products, you get to go to Tulum. It's very rewarding.
I mean, I've got my own business, obviously, as well, and I can be like, oh, well, you know, I make this much, I'll take myself to Tulum, but it's a bit different because I actually have to pay for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas with money, like, it's paid for.
Yeah.
I don't have to pay for it, and I have a group of girls to go with, you know?
Yeah.
Whereas, what, am I going to take myself to Tulum and then what?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a very, very big reason why people stay with Monet for so long. Like, there's lifers, like, people have been with Monet for 10 years, like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, like. Whereas with companies I've been before, people would stay for like a year and then move on. And like me, I never been with a company that
I think
long.
as well, one thing that I want to mention, and this is like speaking from experience, is when you're starting up, don't compare your day one to someone's day fucking 300.
Yeah.
Like, I've been with Monet 3 months, and I'm looking at girls who have done it for so many years, and I'm like, oh my god, they're doing so well.
Yeah.
And then I have my days where I'm like, well, why am I not doing this well? I'm like, Dom, you've never done network marketing, you've been with them 3 months, like, this is going to be you, not this could be you, this is going to be you.
Yeah.
In 3, 4, 5 years' time.
Yeah,
next year. Do you know what I mean?
Comparison is the thief of joy.
Yes.
And you have to just focus on yourself and ignore the noise outside, have tunnel vision, and just know that your journey will be different to others. And even me, I've got years of experience. Because I took time out, I didn't come to Monet with a massive team. I have had to literally rebuild from the bottom.
So, question, why did you take time out?
Because this new startup company that I was with, it was sort of, there were issues.
Yeah.
And do I want to be honest? I'll be honest.
Yeah.
And I mentioned a lot of boyfriends on this podcast. Shout out my ex-boyfriends. But the boyfriend I was with at the time, he's mega successful, and he was like, he didn't understand network marketing and kind of put his nose down to it. And he was the first person actually that I've ever been with that's ever not supported it. But he was just like, don't be doing that for that amount. You know, just relax. And because in his culture, women don't really work. Women are housewives. Yeah. And I was thinking, right, well, I've been working my socks off my whole life. Why not live the life of leisure?
Just enjoy.
Yeah, so I did go through a period when I was with him of living the life of leisure. And then I started working for his company. That didn't work out. Never mixed business with pleasure. I have learned that so many times in life. I think I've done it 3 times now, and it's never worked out. It's actually always been really bad. So don't recommend that. And then it got to a point where I was like, right, I need a purpose. What did I love doing? What do I love doing? What am I good at doing? What do I want in my life? Right, I want positive people. I want ambitious women. Right, what's the first thing I think of? Network marketing. Who do I call? Amber. Amber, tell me
Amber,
about.
hello.
Yeah, and I saw that she'd joined, so she'd left the company that we were with together before, and she joined Monet, like, I think 4 months before I called her. Yeah. And Monet was a company that I'd been watching for years. Yeah. All the American and Canadian girls smashing it.
It's massive in America.
It's huge. I always looked at them, like, as role models. Yeah. And so when I saw her do it, I was very intrigued, and I thought, this is what I need in my life. Yeah. And I joined, I've not looked back, the best decision I made. But I think why my story is quite interesting is you can stop and start things, you know, like, and everyone's journey in life is very different. And don't be afraid to share that, because by me talking about this, people are probably going to relate to me. Yeah, that maybe stop network marketing and maybe feel a bit silly to start again.
Or not even that, like, it could be stay-at-home mums, for example, you know. They have the purpose, they have the child, whatever, the family, but they might be looking for a community or a little bit more of a purpose, something to look forward to every day, or a little bit more to do because they are a little bit bored. Start network marketing. It's not going to cost you anything to, like, what are you going to lose? That's what I always say to girls that I have calls with. What have you got to lose?
Yeah, exactly. The only thing you've got to lose is you're going to get a starter kit full of amazing products
that you're going to use yourself anyway.
That is the worst case scenario. The worst case, if you've decided you don't want to do it anymore or whatever, the worst case scenario is you're left with the most amazing premium award-winning hair care products, and you're going to get the best hair of your life. That's the worst case.
I mean, I won't mind be getting left with that.
That is the worst case, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But when I initially joined, I just joined for the community because I knew I wasn't in a great place mentally. I needed that positivity in my life.
Yeah.
And then once I joined, I caught the bug.
Yeah.
I got my fire back. Because when I left network marketing, I never thought I'd do it again. Even though I loved it so much, I don't know, I went through a weird mental stage and I was sort of like looking at it like, this is so cringe. Like, I went through that phase. I'm like, this is so cringe. And I was one of those judgy-wudgy people. But now, I'm like, I love it. Like, I'm back to where I was before.
Good.
Because I've done the work.
And it's nice to see, somebody like yourself who you have been there and you had your stable job, you had your stable, perfect life, but you weren't happy.
Yeah.
You had all that, you weren't happy, and you went and trialed different things, and you're not always going to, I think, be where you want to be straight away.
100%.
In life, like,
and there's a lot of pressure on that.
And there is, and you have to take different paths to find out whether you like things. You went and DJ'd for a bit, fine, you lived your life. You're not always going to pick the first job and be like, this is my thing.
Absolutely. And I think my parents' generation, it was go to school, go to uni, have a job, get married, have kids, retire. And it's just not the way anymore.
No.
And sometimes it does take you a while to find yourself and to figure out what you enjoy, figure out what makes you tick. Like, and I'm 28 and I'm nowhere near where I want to be in life, obviously, because life is a long period of time. Yeah. You're always going to be a work in progress. So don't put pressure on yourself. Don't compare your chapter 1 to someone's chapter 26. And just live your life, live your best life.
Live your best life. Like, we live our best life.
Yeah.
I actually love our little lives. We take our little laptop.
I like this little life.
I think I like it. Literally, whenever I hear that, it just reminds me of you. Really? Have you ever seen them dogs? People doing it to their animals? I was like, no.
Did you watch a video? Did I send you? How funny.
Yeah, literally. I was just like, oh my God. But I've lost my train of thought now, Emily.
We're talking about, I like this little life.
No, I do like our little life. Like, genuinely, like, we get up, we're both so motivated. We're like, do you want to go to a coffee shop and work today? Do you want to go get some lunch? On the weekends, we enjoy our weekends. We have downtime, but we still work.
Yeah.
Like, it's just nice. I appreciate you, I'm grateful that I found you.
Thank you very much.
Completely grateful.
Likewise. It's good to have friends that are on the same wavelength.
Yeah.
Like, make sure your circle is not a cage. They're inspiring you.
Yeah.
They're not closing you and not letting you grow,
Yeah, and with myself, I would say I've gone through different friendship groups, and they've not always been my people. And you're gonna go through different friendship groups until you find the people that are your people and who you want to associate yourself with.
Yeah.
And you're gonna lose a lot of people along the way, but
100%.
it'll be well worth it. And I feel like I've finally found my circle of friends that are the same as me. We buzz off each other, bounce off each other. We're very business minded, and it's just nice. I feel finally settled in that department.
That's really good.
Yeah,
me too. I think
because I feel like I've been through a stage where I had friends and people around me that were just bringing me down, or that were jealous, toxic. Whereas there's no jealousy amongst us.
Yeah,
like there's no jealousy at all. Like, I want you to succeed as much as I want me to succeed, and I want us to be driving around in our new Ranges. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I don't be like, oh no, well, you've got yours and I haven't got mine. Like, we help one another.
Yeah, that is a massive piece of advice I'd give to girls, like, that are in their early 20s or whatever age. Like, look at who you're hanging around with.
Yeah.
If you become the average of that person, would you want to be the average of that person? That's what I think.
Yeah.
And honestly, and it's a bit weird, judgy-wudgy, but when I'm spending time with someone, I think, if I became the average of this person, would I be happy with that? If not, see you later, alligator, you're out my circle.
Yeah, goodbye. It's a bit savage, but that's how you need to be.
No, you have to. The people you hang out with in life is so important. That is so important.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's why network marketing is great, because you're literally constantly surrounded by ambitious, supportive, like-minded, kind women.
Yeah.
And sometimes men. But women are the best, so.
Women are the
because
best.
it's women unleashed.
Women unleashed. I love that. But thank you so much for coming on.
You're most welcome.
It's been an absolute pleasure, and I'm sure some people will take this on board. And you know what? If you need to contact us regarding money,
Yeah.
I'm going to link Emily's show notes. I'm going to link Emily's Instagram in the show notes. So if you want to drop her a message, if you want to give her a follow, you're more than welcome to. And I'll see you guys in the next episode.